Did you know? Some foods that seem harmless at first glance can actually wreak havoc on the legs, brain, and heart of seniors, leading to impaired mobility, loss of balance, and in some cases, permanent dependence on a wheelchair. The latest research published in the Journal of Geriatric Medicine has revealed that consuming the wrong foods can increase the risk of mobility loss by up to 54% in adults over the age of 65. Even more alarming, many common foods hiding in your refrigerator may be silently causing joint inflammation, accelerating nerve degeneration, and damaging the fragile blood vessels in your legs, one of the most critical areas for seniors' health. Today, we will guide you through choosing the right 3 golden foods to help maintain your health, memory, and strong legs, as well as reveal the 3 foods you must avoid at all costs if you don't want to pay a devastating price. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 3 types of foods you must eat. 1. Spinach, protecting your nerves and legs from the inside out. It's easy to overlook something as humble as spinach, but for seniors over 65, this leafy green is nothing short of a guardian angel. As we age, one of the first systems to suffer is our peripheral nervous system, the delicate network of nerves that control sensation and movement in our legs and feet. The simple act of walking, balancing, or even feeling the ground beneath us can become a challenge if these nerves start to falter. That's where spinach steps in with remarkable power. Loaded with folate, spinach offers an essential lifeline to aging nerves. A single cup provides over 260 micrograms of folate, covering more than half of a senior's daily needs. Folate is crucial for the repair and protection of nerve tissues. Without enough of it, tiny damages accumulate over time, leading to numbness, tingling, or worse, loss of balance, and increased risk of falls. Every year, falls cause over 3 million seniors in the U.S. to visit emergency rooms. And sadly, many of these incidents stem from issues that could have been prevented through better nutrition. Beyond folate, spinach is rich in magnesium, another vital mineral that most older adults are deficient in. Magnesium doesn't just help regulate heart rhythms and blood sugar levels, it also plays a starring role in maintaining healthy blood flow to the lower extremities. Good circulation ensures that your feet and legs are nourished with oxygen and nutrients, keeping tissues vibrant and responsive. Poor circulation, on the other hand, silently damages the muscles and nerves of the legs, setting the stage for conditions like peripheral artery disease, PAD, a leading cause of amputations among seniors. Moreover, spinach is packed with antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, known not only for protecting vision but also for combating systemic inflammation that damages joints and weakens the skeletal structure. Think of spinach as a natural defense against the slow, creeping effects of time, a daily shield fortifying your steps, your stability, and your independence. Eating just 1 cup of steamed or lightly sautéed spinach each day could mean the difference between confidently striding into your later years or being held back by avoidable physical decline. It's a simple habit, yet it can be a decisive factor between freedom and frailty. But while spinach may fortify your legs and nervous system from within, true strength in aging comes from synergy, combining the right foods that heal not just one organ, but your entire being. If you think a leafy green is impressive, just wait until you discover the brain food from the ocean that holds the secret to staying sharp, mobile, and energized well into your golden years. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number one below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number two. 2. Wild salmon, the guardian of your mind and bones. As we grow older, we often focus on preserving our physical strength, but we cannot afford to neglect the silent foundation of our vitality, our brain and bones. Wild salmon, caught from the cold, clean waters of the ocean, holds a powerful secret that can nourish both in ways few other foods can. It is nature's unmatched source of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, which are essential not just for heart health, but for the very core of our cognitive and musculoskeletal integrity. The brain, delicate and highly vulnerable to inflammation, relies heavily on these healthy fats to maintain sharpness, memory, and processing speed. Without enough omega-3s, brain cells lose their flexibility and efficiency, leading to gradual mental fog, forgetfulness, and a decline in executive functions that so many seniors fear. A groundbreaking study published in Neurology showed that older adults with higher omega-3 blood levels preserved up to 2 more years of brain function compared to those deficient. Imagine gaining 2 more years of clarity, independence, and precious memories with your loved ones, all from a simple dietary choice. But wild salmon's gifts don't end at the brain. As we age, our bones naturally lose density, putting us at risk for fractures that can steal away mobility and freedom in an instant. The vitamin D and phosphorus found abundantly in wild salmon work hand in hand to strengthen bones, enhance calcium absorption, and protect against osteoporosis, a silent thief that claims the stability of millions of seniors every year. Moreover, wild salmon's anti-inflammatory power extends to our joints, soothing stiffness and swelling that make everyday movements from standing up to walking across a room feel like monumental challenges. Studies show that regular intake of wild salmon can cut the risk of rheumatoid arthritis by nearly 30%, a profound difference when each step matters more than ever. Choosing wild salmon over farmed varieties ensures that you're receiving the purest form of these critical nutrients without the contaminants that can burden an aging body. Aim for 2 servings per week, grilled or baked gently to preserve their delicate oils, and think of each meal as an investment in your mind's sharpness and your body's strength. Still, while wild salmon can sharpen your thoughts and fortify your frame, no masterpiece is complete without the perfect finishing touch. Imagine a small, vibrant fruit that not only protects your heart, but also fights back against the hidden enemy attacking your feet and eyes every single day. What could it be? Stay with us, because the next food might just be the key to guarding your most vulnerable parts in ways you never expected. 3. Blueberries is a sweet shield for your heart, mind, and mobility. In a world where the smallest things often have the greatest impact, few foods embody this truth more perfectly than the blueberry. For seniors navigating the complex challenges of aging, this tiny, vibrant fruit offers a profound promise: the ability to guard your heart, sharpen your mind, and protect the delicate pathways that keep you mobile and independent. At first glance, blueberries may seem like just another fruit, but beneath their deep blue skin lies one of nature's most concentrated sources of antioxidants, particularly anthocyanins. These powerful compounds don't just neutralize free radicals, they act as warriors against the hidden inflammation that quietly damages blood vessels, brain cells, and nerve endings as we age. It's this silent battle, fought on a microscopic level, that determines whether we maintain our agility and clarity or slowly lose them. Research from Harvard's Nurses' Health Study revealed that seniors who consumed just 2 to 3 servings of blueberries per week experienced a significant delay in cognitive decline, effectively preserving memory and processing speed by up to 2.5 years longer. Imagine gaining precious additional years where names, faces, and memories remain sharp and accessible simply by incorporating this humble fruit into your routine. Beyond brain health, blueberries perform a critical role in safeguarding the very vessels that support life and movement. Their anthocyanins have been shown to strengthen capillaries and reduce the risk of arterial stiffness, a major contributor to poor circulation, swollen legs, and even diabetic foot ulcers that can lead to devastating amputations. For those over 65, where small cuts and bruises on the feet can spiral into serious infections, protecting vascular health isn't just important, it's absolutely vital. And let's not overlook the heart. Blueberries, rich in fiber and naturally low in sugar, help regulate blood pressure and improve cholesterol profiles without burdening an already stressed cardiovascular system. They offer a simple, delicious way to address multiple risk factors at once, making every handful a powerful act of self preservation. Ideally, seniors should aim for at least half a cup of fresh or frozen blueberries daily, whether tossed into oatmeal, blended into a smoothie, or eaten straight from the bowl. This modest habit can be the cornerstone of a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. While blueberries may seem almost magical in their protective abilities, the truth is aging well requires more than just adding good foods. It demands knowing what to avoid as well. Because just as certain foods can heal and strengthen, others can silently sabotage your health, your independence, and even your ability to stand and walk freely. Are you ready to uncover the foods that could be quietly destroying your future? Stay with us. The next part may shock you. 3 foods to avoid, never touch. 1. Processed meats, the silent saboteur of your legs and life. At first glance, processed meats like bacon, ham, sausages, and deli slices seem like harmless, even comforting staples, quick, easy, and familiar. But behind their savory flavor lies a hidden and devastating truth, especially for those over the age of 65. These foods aren't merely unhealthy, they actively dismantle your body's ability to stay mobile, independent, and free. Every bite of processed meat is a cocktail of chemical preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, compounds that have been directly linked to vascular damage. Over time, they harden and narrow the arteries, especially those in the lower limbs, leading to a condition called peripheral artery disease, PAD. PAD may begin quietly, with just slight discomfort while walking, but as it progresses, it can lead to chronic pain, loss of circulation, and tragically, limb amputations. It's a silent thief, stealing mobility step by step, year by year. The statistics are chilling. Seniors with PAD are 4 times more likely to suffer heart attacks and twice as likely to experience major mobility loss compared to their healthier peers. And yet, these devastating outcomes often start with everyday choices, as simple as a ham sandwich for lunch or a few slices of bacon at breakfast. Processed meats also contribute to systemic inflammation, a key driver not only of cardiovascular disease, but also of joint degradation, cognitive decline, and frailty, the very conditions that strip seniors of their independence. Worse still, these meats are dangerously high in sodium. Just a few ounces can push your daily intake far beyond recommended levels, spiking blood pressure and further straining the delicate blood vessels that sustain your legs and brain. Over time, this chronic pressure leads to swelling in the feet and ankles, numbing sensations, and increases the risk of falls and fractures, catastrophic events that often mark the beginning of rapid physical decline. For those striving to age gracefully, the reality is clear. Processed meats are not a harmless indulgence. They are a slow acting poison that robs you of strength, sharpness, and even your freedom to walk unaided. Choosing to eliminate or drastically reduce these foods isn't just about living longer. It's about living well, keeping your legs strong, your heart beating cleanly, and your mind alert. But while processed meats pose a grave danger, they are far from the only hidden threat lurking on our plates. There is another common food, often disguised as an innocent treat, that is quietly setting the stage for nerve damage, vision loss, and even permanent foot problems. What is it? Keep watching because what you're about to learn could forever change the way you see sweet indulgences. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Pastries and candy bars, the hidden destroyers of nerves, vision, and freedom. Sweetness has a way of pulling at our emotions, especially as we age and seek simple comforts. But for seniors, pastries and candy bars represent far more than harmless indulgences. They are silent saboteurs, quietly laying waste to the body's most vulnerable systems. What begins as an innocent craving for something sweet can, over time, trigger a devastating cascade of health consequences that rob you of your independence and quality of life. Packed with refined sugars and processed fats, pastries and candy bars launch a brutal assault on your blood sugar balance with every bite. The rapid spikes and crashes they cause strain the pancreas, inflame blood vessels, and accelerate the aging of every cell in the body. But the greatest tragedy happens deep within your nervous system. Elevated blood sugar levels damage the tiny blood vessels that nourish your peripheral nerves, particularly those in the legs and feet. Over time, this damage leads to peripheral neuropathy, a painful, debilitating condition marked by burning, numbness, and a gradual loss of sensation. For seniors, the stakes are even higher. Without full feeling in the feet, even a minor cut or blister can go unnoticed, leading to infections, ulcers, and all too often, amputations. Studies show that seniors with diabetes related neuropathy are twice as likely to fall and suffer fractures, cascading into a loss of independence that few ever fully recover from. The dangers don't end with the nerves. Excess sugar intake also accelerates the progression of age related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in seniors. Imagine facing a future where your world grows dimmer and more uncertain, all because of the cumulative damage done by those daily pastries and chocolate bars. And while the immediate satisfaction these treats provide is fleeting, the biological aftermath lingers for hours, even days, wreaking silent havoc on your metabolism, circulatory system, and cellular health. The sugary comfort that feels so harmless in the moment can, over time, become the unseen architect of decline, crafting a future of immobility, blurred vision, and fragile, unreliable limbs. Choosing to step away from pastries and candy bars is not about denying yourself pleasure. It's about choosing a sweeter, stronger future filled with vitality and freedom. Savoring natural sweetness from fruits or dark chocolate, at least 70% cocoa, can offer both satisfaction and protection without the devastating side effects. Yet, as damaging as sugary treats are, they're not the only enemy hiding in plain sight. There's another common comfort food, beloved for its crispy texture and rich flavor, that silently attacks your heart, your joints, and your ability to stand tall. What is this popular food villain, and how can it threaten your very foundation? Stay with us. The next revelation might change the way you look at every golden, crispy bite. 3. Industrial French fries. The golden trap that wrecks your heart, joints, and legs. There's something almost irresistible about a basket of golden, crispy French fries. They evoke nostalgia, comfort, even moments of joy shared with loved ones. But for seniors over 65, that inviting crunch hides a cruel betrayal. Industrial French fries, those served in fast food chains and pulled from freezer aisles, aren't just an unhealthy indulgence. They are a direct attack on the very systems that keep you moving, thinking, and living freely. French fries are deceptively simple, just potatoes, oil, and salt. But the reality behind the fryer is far darker. First, these fries are often cooked in reused, hydrogenated oils loaded with trans fats, chemicals proven to harden arteries, spike inflammation, and accelerate the progression of heart disease. For an aging body already battling years of cumulative wear, the damage from these fats is magnified tenfold. Trans fats sabotage blood flow, weakening circulation to critical areas like the heart, brain, and most alarmingly, the legs. Without healthy circulation, your legs, your foundation of independence, begin to suffer. Restricted blood flow means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reach your muscles and nerves, leading to weakness, pain, and an increased risk of peripheral artery disease. Seniors who regularly consume trans fats are significantly more likely to experience chronic foot ulcers, infections, and even amputations. But the dangers don't end with fat. The high heat frying process creates acrylamide, a known neurotoxin that not only damages nerve cells, but also accelerates cognitive decline. Combined with the sky-high sodium content typical of industrial fries, this sets the stage for swelling in the feet and ankles, higher blood pressure, and a greater risk of debilitating strokes. Even more insidious is how industrial French fries contribute to joint deterioration. The inflammatory response triggered by their consumption wears down cartilage, inflames joints, and worsens arthritis, turning simple movements like standing, walking, or climbing stairs into painful struggles. It's a bitter truth. Every seemingly harmless serving of French fries slowly chisels away at your strength, stability, and freedom. Aging well requires protecting your legs, your mind, and your heart, not serving them up to be sacrificed for fleeting satisfaction. Choosing roasted sweet potatoes, baked vegetable fries, or even a handful of heart-healthy nuts offers delicious, comforting alternatives that nourish rather than destroy. Because at this stage of life, every meal matters more than ever. Now that you understand how even a favorite treat can quietly erode your independence, it's time to look deeper. Because hidden dangers aren't only on your plate, they can also be found in the foods you trust the most. Are you ready to uncover the next silent threats that could be costing you years of mobility and joy? The price you pay. Every choice you make today writes the story of your health tomorrow. It's easy to think that one indulgent meal, one missed opportunity to nourish your body won't matter. But over time, these choices accumulate, like drops of water carving deep into stone. The price you pay isn't immediate. It shows up quietly, in slower steps, in forgotten memories, in the loss of strength that once felt unshakable. Choosing foods that inflame your joints, harden your arteries, and dull your mind doesn't just cost you energy. It costs you independence. It costs you precious years with your grandchildren, the ability to travel, to walk unassisted, to live with dignity. It costs you the freedom to experience life fully. But the beauty of life is that it's never too late to change the ending of your story. Small, mindful choices, Adding blueberries to your breakfast, swapping out processed meats for fresh, choosing movement over stagnation, have the power to reverse years of silent damage. They have the power to rebuild, to renew, and to restore the vibrant life you deserve. You owe it to yourself, not just to live longer, but to live better, stronger, sharper, freer. Because in the end, the greatest luxury isn't found in wealth or possessions. It's found in the simple, everyday ability to stand tall, to walk freely, and to savor every moment of the life you worked so hard to build. Choose wisely. Your future self is already waiting for the decisions you make today. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.